Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Racing with me, Roll Cage TV, where I do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of what do I have? A whole lot of crossed arms, a whole lot of lack of practice. I haven't played in 2 weeks. Last week was first of the month as I'm playing this, and the Dirt Rally Day. First set of the month. Got a couple new people join me for Dirt Rally. They played in my Dirt Rally club even. So that's cool. Dirt Rally 2.0. It's not dead. Audience is lower, but it's not dead. People still like it. My own private club. If you're interested, go find any Dirt Rally. One just probably dropped on YouTube, like either earlier today or the day before, or yesterday, because these come out on Saturday, Sunday. The rally comes out on YouTube at noon on Saturdays, most Saturdays. There's 5 Saturdays a month. May not miss one. Anyway, that's that game. Oh, I was going to say my club link is in there. If you want to join the club, I'd appreciate it. I'm pushing to try to get as many people to play in the club for the end of the year as I can. It's only once a month. It's 12 stages once a month. Anyway, if you're not familiar with Dirt Rally, you don't care about Dirt Rally, and you care about this game instead, well, okay, let's get going on this game. Like I said, cancel. That's where I want to go. Career, continue career. All right. Next round. Is there anything on my wall to look at? No. I'll hit the wall button again. Anything? Do people love me? Where did I finish? I finished 8th last time. Oh, it's going to be terrible. I'm going to finish worse this time. No practice at all. Paddock, nobody cares. Bike development, I've got handling set. I got to keep handling set. Oh, I wrote down somewhere what means what. And I don't have my thing here. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. I've got a page here for MotoGP. That's not it. MotoGP is under here. I'll be able to hit my... yes, stability equals cornering. Handling equals change direction. Eking equals change of direction. Okay. Because I don't know which they don't ask me, do you want to improve the handling or do you want to improve the stability? They don't ask me that. They just ask me, you have to describe what's wrong, and they decide whether it's handling or stability. I am playing on the arcade experience. You might see up in the right-hand corner. This was full of fun. This is a full of fun playthrough where I'm just having fun. I'm trying to win a championship at every skill level. I'm going up, or every bicycle class. I'm going up from Moto3 to 2 to 1 liftoff. GP liftoff. Anyway, plenty of transfer rumors. They did not let me transfer to the team with the green livery, which is what I would have wanted. Anyway, next round, Grand Prix of Hungary. Practice. I ended at a race last time. That's good. Because if the next session was the actual race, I would have no practice at all. I haven't played it 3 weeks. All right, and it is partial weekend, right? Practice, qualifying, race setting should be 50%. Yes. Okay. Let's go. Let's start. I do not do the full 35 minutes of the official practice. I only do like first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes, something like that. Save a little bit of time. In one YouTube episode, I only get in 2 of the practice, qualifier, other qualifier, or race. Hopefully, I either qualify to be bumped right into Q2, or if I miss being in qualifying for Q2, then I bomb out on Q1 as well, so that I only have one qualifier to play. I really don't want to play
the mechanic take the bike out of the pit.
Playing more than one qualifier, even though it's more practice. Okay, this is gonna be sad because, like I said, I haven't played in a week and it's a difficult game. I have a hard time. At least in this motorcycle game, I can actually not get disoriented playing from a chase cam view, a close chase cam view. In most racing games, I can't play in a chase cam view at all, especially if it's a car or truck, because for some reason they decided that chase cam view should when you turn to the left, it should show you the left side of your car, which is not where you want to be looking. So you're effectively looking to the right when you should be looking to the left. If anything, the camera doesn't stay fixed down the center line of the car, which is the stupidest thing I can imagine. Who can drive like that? Maybe that was how the original arcade racing games were like it, so that's why. What was the name of that original? Was it Outrun or something? I don't know. The very first arcade racing game. First racing game I played was Night Driver on the Atari 2600, or at the time it was called Video Game System. But that didn't have. That was not 3D graphics. Sort of. It was not overhead graphics either. It was cool. Look up Night Driver. For cheesy Atari 2600 graphics, it was actually pretty cool. Oh wait! Oh, I kept my finger on the brake instead of the accelerator. I was switching the accelerator. Yeah, you played at night, which made it much easier on the graphics, because what you did is you had the road was it was a faux 3D perspective, and the road was you saw your car in the middle. You played it with a paddle controller, and you had to steer your vehicle between the reflectors. So they were, white lines with orange tips. So those are your reflector strips. You had to maneuver between them to stay on the road, and then occasionally you'd get an oncoming vehicle, which is basically just like lights. It was a fun game. For a driving game, for your initial driving game, first driving game ever. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Back in the early days of the Atari 2600, which came with a paddle controller, because it came with like Pong, and I don't think it came with Breakout. That was later. Breakout was a good game. I love Breakout. I played variations of Breakout. There's variations of Breakout, like Arkanoid came to the arcade, which was Breakout but with prizes, with power-ups. And I played a game, I don't remember the name of the people that wrote it, but like Big Fish Game or something. They did some Flash games, but then they also had made some games on the PC that oh no, it wasn't Code Dominion. I don't remember who it was, but Code Dominion, by the way, has one of the greatest Match 3 games ever, the greatest Match 3 game ever, called Sakura, or like the ancient city of Sakura, or the ancient something of Sakura. And they featured what they called a monkey, but he was clearly an ape. He was Khufu, the monkey, as your guide. Anyway, that was cool because it wasn't just in a square grid. You had lines connecting the different things, and it wasn't always a straight Match 3. There were different patterns and stuff. It's very good, very good. If you still have a PC, I think it's still available. You can get your hands on it. It's only available on PC. It would make a perfect mobile game, but I don't even know if they're still in business yet. But I know the download is still there. It's like a demo download, so maybe that's all that's available. Anyway, yeah, this Arkanoid-like game, you could steer the ball where you could, if you held the right, again, PC game, if you held down the right mouse button, you could steer the ball, and then I think you could, I don't know, maybe you could catch it or something. But yeah, as you bounce the ball away, you could steer it some, which was so cool. It was the best Arkanoid-like game. Anyway, the first home video game system I had, though, wasn't the Atari 2600. It was the Magnavox Odyssey 2. Didn't get them Odyssey 1. The Odyssey 2 came out pretty shortly after. That was like the very first Pong type of implementation, because Magnavox actually invented that game. They didn't call it Pong. I don't know what they called it, but they actually invented it on an oscilloscope. They sued whoever it was that made the Pong arcade. It might have been Atari, I don't know who it was, but they sued him. And won easily for patent infringement. It was clear patent infringement. Okay, how am I doing? I am 26. Yay! I don't have to worry about making it into Q2. Though I might accidentally make it into Q1. I'm just training the AI. I'm just sandbagging here, training the adaptive AI. I have a feeling that if I could find the right AI, I didn't take the time to do this before I started the series, but I could find the correct AI level for me. I'd rather have a consistent AI level than the adaptive AI, because I think the adaptive AI assumes you're only going to get better, you're never going to get worse. And that's a very poor assumption with me. I'm braking way too late on that turn. I'm braking way too late on all the turns. I can't trust the line here. It tells me, oh, you need to lift here, but it's not a lift, it's a brake, or you need to brake here. You don't need to brake until up here, but no, you better brake 10 bike lengths sooner, otherwise you'll never make the turn. But then on the other hand, sometimes they tell you have to brake or you have to lift, and you don't have to lift. You don't get it. There's no way you have to lift. You can just keep going straight. Just accelerate through the yellow or whatever. Anyway, so the line is not reliable. Which, real racing, you don't have a racing line, but I'm doing a casual playthrough. And this is MotoGP 24. I will not be buying 26 or 27 or 28 or 29. I will probably buy 30. I buy them every 5 years. If it's a yearly title, I buy them every 5 years. I haven't got F1 25 yet. I have to hurry up and get it because 2025. Because once 26 comes out, you only got like a month to get 25 before they discontinue it. 25 I can't play. I'm still playing on an Xbox One X, not a Series S or X. I've got a Series S sitting in a box near me, but I have never set it up because it takes work to set it up, so I'm going to stream it and put the external hard drive on it and all that stuff. What I really want is Series X. I know someone who will buy the Series S off of me for a heavy discount, who wants the S, but I'm not going to give that up until I have the X. But the X is way expensive, especially because I want to get it. They have now 4 terabyte expansion drive. Seagate's has a 4 terabyte expansion card for the Xbox Series X, and that is enough to satisfy me, because you can't install the newer games, the series games, on an external hard drive, on an external USB hard drive. You need to install it on these expansion drives that are, you plug into the back of the thing. And having only the 1 terabyte of internal memory and then 2 terabytes of external drive is like, forget that. That's not enough. That wouldn't be enough for all of my old games, although my old games can be installed. It can read the old games off of 360 or Xbox One games. It can read off of an external USB drive, but they for whatever technological reason, the new ones can't be read. And a lot of the games I have quote-unquote smart install. So even though all the games I play currently are obviously available on the Xbox One. What am I doing? I was supposed to stop at 25. Okay, I'm gonna go right back. Don't end the session, just turn the pit. Yeah, they're all available on the Xbox One, obviously, because that's what I'm playing on. But a lot of them have what they call smart install, where if it senses you're on an Xbox series, they will try to install that version. So I don't know if they do that if it's on an external drive and you go to play it, they'll automatically install it on the internal drive. But, you know, the newer games are going to take up more room on the internal drive than the older games. So that kind of stinks, because I don't mind playing the Xbox One version. That's why I bought it. I don't need fancier graphics. I'm still going to be playing in 1080p because I stream in 1080p. I can't afford to stream, even though I could stream in, I'm not even sure 4K is supported by the
there's movement in the pits. The bike is ready and the
by
rider is
Lightstream,
about
the
to
service
take
I
to the
use
track.
to integrate the overlays and stuff. But regardless, I wouldn't be streaming in 4K because, for one thing, Twitch only lets you stream in 6,000 kilobits per second as far as the data output, and the motion blur looks bad enough. 1080p, 1080p 30 looks bad enough. The motion blur is even worse at a higher resolution because they can't get as high. They don't have the throughput to stream well at 4K, and I don't think they make it available to the general public anyway. Not yet. It probably will be at some point. I could handle 4K streaming with my internet, but then if anything goes wrong, I can't handle editing a 4K video file anyway. So, yeah, in the end, it wouldn't look as good, and I could play with 4K on the Xbox One. People may say, "Oh, the Xbox One doesn't support 4K." It does, and it supports at least the Xbox One X supports 1080 with 60 frames per second. So I could play. I don't have a 1080p monitor, and I don't have plans of getting one because I'm an old retired guy. I'm on a limited budget. All the games I buy with Microsoft Reward points. I sit there throughout the day and do Bing searches so that I can get enough Microsoft Reward points so I can afford to buy the video games I want. I just let the credits pile up because if you get the, and they keep telling me now, oh, you're eligible to cash in your reward points. Why don't you want to cash in your reward points on a gift card? You can get a gift card. You met your goal of getting this gift card. We'll give you the highest level gift card we got. You cash them in now. And you know the reason for that? If you've been around, you might know the reason for that. That's because the reward points never expire, but the gift cards do. If you cash in on a gift card, oh, and you don't spend the gift card in 30 days, oh, so sorry, you just lose the money. Like that for any gift card. The amount of time may vary. Maybe it's not 30 days, maybe it's 9 days or something, but Microsoft might be 9 days. I don't know what it is, but after a certain period of time, read the small print, you can no longer redeem the gift card, and no, you can't get unused credit back either. It's a gift card. It expired. Read the small print. You get to keep all of your money if you don't spend it. So So yes, it's the old gift card scam. Not to be confused with the gift card phone scam where people tell you to go buy gift cards because you owe them money. You owe a bank money, and so they'll take the money in gift cards. On the surface, it seems ridiculous, but they, social engineering, they make it seem believable. At least the people that are unaware. Yeah. Even though I'm a boomer, I'm lucky that I've been, I was a boomer programmer early on, so, although just because somebody's in tech doesn't mean they know everything about computers and whatever. I don't know anything about hardware. I was a software developer, commercial software developer for a long time, which is why I really complain a lot about some video game development companies, because companies I worked for, and there were several over the years, they would never be able to sell any kind of software if they had the development practices that some of these companies have. They're just, I've talked about Minecraft many times with people that develop that. They keep fixing bugs with one patch and then breaking them again the next patch, and then trying to fix something and not fixing it right, saying it's fixed, but it's not really fixed, and then, oops, suddenly we made a release that destroys your data files. No, sorry, there's no way to fix it. Hope you had a backup of this, this world that you've been working on for 5 years and love. Oh, by the way, and if you want to back up the world, oh, so sorry, you have to pay for a realm to back it up, because we don't let you back up the files. And on the Xbox, where the Xbox automatically backs up everything, yeah, it only backs up everything if it's saved in the right place. But no, they save the world files in a restricted place, but not with the game data like they're supposed to. They save it in a separate directory so that, one, you can never delete them. If you don't have the game installed or whatever, you can't delete these games. You can't delete the files, they just keep using up space. If the file gets too big, it's liable to crash, and you can't ever recover because the world file is just too big, so you have to make sure your world isn't too big. I'm talking about what's called the Bedrock version. And you need to pay for the realm in order, even if you only play single player, you need to pay for the realm to be able to transfer the files anyway, because you can't transfer them. It's cross-compatible, but if you play on both tablet and PC and on Xbox, nope, sorry. The only way to transfer the worlds is to transfer them via our realm. So you need a subscription. It's horrible. It's horrible. And also, they don't curate their store at all. So they have tons of things you can buy on their store, but almost none of them are official kind of releases from the developers of Minecraft. So they're not, in this regard, they're like Roblox. The Roblox, not Roblox, it should be called Roblox. Where you buy something and you don't have no idea what kind of shape it is. In Minecraft, there's no return policy, so you buy something that turns out to not be at all what's advertised. Oh well, you paid your $7 for it. You got your mom to pay the $7 for it. She's out of luck. Yeah, their store is a complete ripoff, and it's not curated, so you don't even know what it's going to be or whether it's going to work or anything. Horrible organization, Mojang. Horrible organization. In my opinion, don't sue me, Mojang. I would be a very small fish in a massive ocean of groupers and tunas and other massive fish that are trying to sue them. I would be a minnow. An ocean of, I don't know, what's the biggest fish? What's the biggest fish in the ocean? And don't tell me it's a whale or a shark. Neither one is a fish. All right. Where did I finish? Let's see where I finished. Here anytime now. Yep, 26. Good. That was my official practice. Okay, on to Q1. By finishing the top 4, by finishing the top 4, I get and if background noise sounds a little weird here, I'm actually going to the refrigerator to get another soda because I've got a wireless headset. I can do that.
Everything is ready for the first Moto3 class qualifying session.
I am going to mute though while I open the can because that makes a big noise.
4 riders in the session can enter Q2.
All right. Enjoy the announcer's voice while you can, because there's a bug in this game where the announcer's voice cuts out after a while, which is a bit weird and annoying. But yeah, that's the way it is. Anyway, all right, I am ready to go. Yes, roll cage last, number 23. That's me. See the 23 there, and the 23 on the bottom of the rider there. 23s everywhere. 23 on the bike.
There's movement in the pits.
Movement in the pits. Can I look around? I can't turn around with the auto. Oh, is it like this? Yeah, see the 23 on the front of the bike? Everything's 23. My favorite 2-digit number, and I've mentioned many times why. So if you're curious, watch my entire library of videos. You'll find it in there. I only produce 2 videos a day, 6 days a week, and then 1 on the 7th day. So I only produce 13 videos a week. I'm sure out there somewhere in the thousands of videos. How many videos have I done? A lot of videos. A lot of videos. Over 1,000. Well over 1,000 videos on my channel over the last 4.5 years. Some of them are massive 3-hour videos too. I wasn't breaking up my streams. I was just taking the entire stream, and when I took a break, I would just have a jump cut. And that wasn't, that's not as good. Just taking a break and making separate. But it was a lot easier to export the files. Stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/RollCageUnderbarTV, and then export the action parts of the stream to YouTube, youtube.tv or youtube.com/@RollCageTV. There's an underbar on Twitch, no underbar anywhere else in my entire life, my entire online presence. Somebody already beat me to the Roll Cage TV without the underbar, and if you know who that is and you can get a hold of him, somehow contact him. Tell him I'm looking for him. I'll pay him a significant amount of money, enough to buy an Xbox Series X, and then some. So, yeah, it has not returned any of my whispers. Doesn't seem to be any action on the channel for years. Twitch's policy is still written to say that they will retire old IDs, so I keep checking, but unused IDs. But I think the person was monetized at some point, so if the person's monetized, they may not automatically retire their ID. I don't know. I do follow the person. Maybe they have other followers that nobody ever bothered to unfollow them. I wonder if unintentionally my following them puts them over some threshold, which means Twitch won't Twitch won't. I might be doing this myself. Maybe Twitch won't deprecate their ID, throw it back in the pool. Anyway, and yes, that's going to annoy me until the day I die, because I like everything being consistent. Easier for people to find, easier for me to say. If you look up Roll Cage TV without the underbar on Twitch, I'm the first one that comes up. There's some other people that are Roll Cage TV with some numbers. There's Roll Cage TV without the underbar, but I'm the most active, so I'm the one that shows up. Somebody went blazing into the pits there. Let's see, what position am I in? 8th, good, because I don't really want to be in the top 4. I mean, it'd be nice to be in the top 4. I'd get a second chance to practice this a little bit, but I do want it. Right now, I am barely in first place for the season. As an individual, my team is way down because my teammate stinks, but I'm barely in first place, and I would like to win a championship this season if I can. I've already, during the summer break, been invited to a Moto2 team, so I could have switched in the middle of the season, be called up early, as it were, into a Moto2 team, but I don't want to do that. At least one full season in MotoGP, and I'm hoping to win a championship, or in Moto2, hoping to win a championship in every level. If I don't win the championship, then by the second season, then maybe I'll bump up. I want to do 2 seasons at every level. I like to keep the things going for a while, the games going for a while, because then I don't have to get all new playlists and thumbnails and stuff when I play a new game. But I have played over the years a lot of different games. On my homepage on YouTube, youtube.com/@rollcagetv, as I've mentioned. On my homepage, there's a featured game section. You'll see all the games that I've played. MotoGP is in there. I think that is in bingeable order, not in most recent order, because it's a fairly small playlist. Some of the games I've been playing for much longer, I have them broken up, where I'll have a main playlist, like Civilization, I'll have a main playlist, or Dirt Rally 2, I'll have a main playlist in the featured game section, but then there'll be a separate section on my homepage you can scroll through, but YouTube limits you to a certain number of sections you can have. I think it's like 12 total, and that includes all of them. I mean, that includes the For You section that they added. That includes the video section and the playlist section, and the playlist might be different. But yeah, it's. So you can only add so many sections to your homepage, which means I'm limited on the number of games that I can add sub-playlists to. So I've got quite a few less than 12 now. But the other thing, YouTube, is there's a bug, and it's been there forever. You're supposed to, there's drag bars that you can rearrange those sections, but the drag bars don't work. I've tried it with the tablet, I've tried it with mouse and keyboard. Both on the tablet and on the Xbox. It doesn't work with the controller either. So it doesn't work. And I can rearrange other things from YouTube on using any of those techniques. But yeah, it just doesn't work. And yes, you might not realize you can use a mouse and keyboard, an actual plug-in mouse and keyboard on a tablet. an Android tablet at least, you have to plug it into the charger port, and you have to get a special cable. I don't remember what the name of the cable is, but it's some kind of data cable. And that will convert the signal from, that will allow you to use an accessory, any kind of USB accessory on the tablet. So you don't have to use Bluetooth. You can use any kind of accessory. So you don't need a Bluetooth mouse or keyboard and not keyboard. Which I used to do that. You get a little hub, a little 4-port hub, and then using that connector, you can do that. You can't because it uses the charger port, that you cannot charge at the same time. But if it's charged up. And for those who don't know, you can use a mouse and keyboard on the Xbox as well. On a lot of games, it annoys me. A lot of things annoy me. This doesn't annoy me too much, but I used to play some, but I now watch a lot more than I play Age of Empires 2. And somebody sees that they're on the Xbox network, and first of all, you get a little icon showing that they're on the Xbox network. First of all, you don't have to be playing on an Xbox and be part of the Xbox network and connect to your Age of Empires account with your Xbox network. That's number one. Number two, even if they were using an Xbox, you can plug, there's USB ports on the Xbox, and if you don't have enough, you can get a little port. So you can plug a mouse and keyboard into the Xbox, and not every game supports mouse and keyboard, but most of the ones that you would think would do. And so, maybe not all the shooters, but certainly Age of Empires supports mouse and keyboard on the consoles. So you don't have to be playing with a controller, but they always assume, they see that Xbox logo, oh, so-and-so's playing with a controller. Wow, look at how good they're playing. They're an amazing controller player. No, they're not. They may not be playing with a controller. Just like you can play Rocket League with a mouse and keyboard on a PC at least. You're at a serious disadvantage when you do that, but if somebody's playing on a PC with Rocket League, they don't assume that just because they're on a PC, they must be playing with a mouse and keyboard. No, you can't plug a controller into a PC, just like you can plug a mouse and keyboard into a console, modern consoles, consoles with USB ports. Like I said, not every game necessarily supports it. Not every game that's on console necessarily supports it. Yeah. Oh, race direction doesn't like the invalid lap. Well, you know what? I'm in 12th place anyway, so I don't care. I still don't know this course. Oh, why is that like that? I'm trying to follow the racing line, and the racing line stinks. I gotta spend less time looking at the racing line and more time looking at my map. Of course, if I look at my map, I can't see what's coming either. Can't see right in front of me. Okay, let me look at the map. Okay, this is a bad turn. Let me brake early, and it still wasn't early enough. Here's a bad turn. Don't get up to speed. This isn't so bad a turn, but I probably can't accelerate all the way through it, and I couldn't. This one I gotta brake a little early, earlier than it looks like. Now we're on a straightaway. Now we got a little hook turn, which I'm not gonna make. I have to brake way earlier than that red line. Way earlier. Yeah, I gotta remember to look at the map more, because the line is totally unreliable. Yeah, there's no way I would take that turn at speed. At least not with the line that I was on and the skill that I have. Gotta brake early here. This is a long, sharp turn. Not as sharp, but very long. It's easy to not break enough. And this is a horrible turn. This is the horrible turn, which is a horrible turn right before the last turn before the finish line. No, not quite. Okay, this is a nice gradual, and then another horrible turn. Now this is the horrible turn before the finish line. Or is it? No, that's the slow lane. Oh yeah, that is. That's the pit lane. All right.
Let's take a look at
Definitely
the
did not
of the first Moto3
make it into
class
Q2.
Session. You can see the names of the 4 riders who have just gained access to Q2 on the screen.
Yeah, and I'm not one of them. Finished in last place both times. I do have the adaptive AI. It would be nice if anyone out there is watching that's a developer of this game. I don't know if you are watching the developer of this game. If anyone's watching that's a developer of this game, what would be nice is with the adaptive AI, if it would show you what AI level it's using. I mean, what is your current rating of AI with the adaptive AI? Because you can set them AI manually from like 20 to 100. And so now that I'm playing the adaptive AI figured out that, oh, he's about a level 27, let's say. But it doesn't tell you anywhere that the AI thinks you're a 27. So I would just go and set the AI level to 27 or to 25 or something, because I have a feeling that the AI never expects you to drop. So if you make it up to a 27 on their estimate, even if you slip down to a 25, they're going to keep you at a 27. And they expect you to, if one time you have a race that bumps you up to 28, well, you're at 28 now and you never come back down. I don't know if that's the truth, but it feels like it. I was able to do much better earlier on, and not just the first race where I know the AI is adapting. I mean, I was able to do better in the 7th, 8th, 9th race, 10th race. I did practice races. And it seems like the AI now is overestimating my skill. Maybe it's just, lack of practice with that thing. But I shouldn't have to practice. The AI should adapt down if I'm not doing well. I think they're paranoid about sandbagging, but you're playing against the AI. You're not playing against a human. Who cares? Let the guy have a break. Make it easier on him. Let him sandbag. He's just sandbagging himself. The AI doesn't have a soul. The AI is not going to get mad. AI is not going to go to some official. AI is not going to Karen out and complain to someone that somebody's sandbagging. I want to speak to the manager about this guy sandbagging. No. I have had to speak to managers.
In a few moments, we'll move to the main straight to watch the start of the Moto3 race.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, we're about to play the race, and I think I have to actually continue it to go back to the career menu. I don't want to take a break now. I don't have enough time to race the entire race. I think the only way to do this is to just keep going. And now, exit to career menu. Okay. All right. So we will have the race to do in the career menu when we get going. Now, there isn't anything yet because I haven't done the race yet. I want to hit back to close the menu. That menu, you don't hit back. What's the... Actually, I go back one more to see the calendar. This is 14, week 14 out of... Do I not get to see the menu? Back. Yes. Apparently, I don't get to see the menu if I'm in the middle of a race. I mean, the calendar if I'm in the middle of a race. All I can see is Finished in front of A. Fernandez in the standings within 4 Grand Prix. And showing me the Grand Prix there. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the left side under Raise the Level, which is for some reason, even though it's a meaningless piece of fluff, it's in the largest type on the whole thing. If I meet that goal, I get to increase my driver level or something. Yeah, there's no way to see the now if I click next round, it's gonna take me right into the race. It's gonna take me to the calendar. I'm sure it's gonna take me right into the race. No, it takes me to the calendar. All right, that's what I wanted to see. Never mind. I found it. Hey, look, Raise the Level isn't the largest type on the screen anymore. The big numbers are. I wanted to see how close I was getting to one of these race-offs. Okay, so I got to finish this one, and then the next one is here, and then a race-off. And then 19 and a race-off. Was it always 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 3. That's only 2 bad. They're not evenly spaced. I really hate the race-offs. But I've got a ways to go, 22 weeks. Which may actually be 22 weeks of playing this game. So it's going to be potentially a year just to get through Moto3. So strap yourselves in. Be a long playthrough. I only play it twice. A week. I mean, I only publish two episodes a week. So basically, what amounts to equivalently 1 race weekend a week. Anyway, don't have time to do the race. Not quite at 50 minutes yet, but can't think of anything else I want to do. So I could do a short thingy, but then there is no short thingy I can do along the way. Required status remarkable. To do what? To join some team. No, that's not the right button. Oh, is it? Ah, I see. I need to be remarkable to join this team. And these are just the Moto3 teams, right? Yeah. Now the one that I want to be is on green power. I only need this status. They weren't available to me during the weekend when I could change. And they're one of the base teams like mine, the snipers team. I didn't need any points to join the snipers team. I don't know if when I first started the game, if I had the option to join the green power team. I would have preferred, just because I think I may have had the option, but I wanted to drive the Honda, which I would still like to drive, but you know, is the bike more important than the color? I don't know. This is a for fun playthrough. I don't care what the color's like. See, the guy to the right there is probably the second driver, right? He's got his number in yellow, which you know doesn't clash. I mean, I don't mind the color pink. I like the color pink, but yeah, the pink kind of clashes. It's all about the colors for me, not the engine. I'm not a motorhead at all. Just like I don't know anything about the inside of a computer. Well, I know a few things, but I'm not a screwdriver guy. I was a software guy. I'm also not a wrench guy. I don't know anything about cars. I love to drive them. Love to drive cars. I don't own a motorcycle. I'd love to drive a motorcycle. IRL. But don't know anything about them. I'm a guy that plays racing games that's not a motorhead, because I'm a gamer. Anyway, it is time for me to take a break. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this episode. If you're watching on Twitch, though, stick around. I'm just going to take a short break, and I'll be right back. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. The next episode will be the next weekend, Saturday or Sunday, at 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time, which is almost always midnight in UK, and almost never noon the next day in New Zealand, but it's plus or minus an hour, depending on the time of the year. Thanks to Daylight Savings Time, and thanks also to you for watching. Twitch again, stick around. YouTube, next episode. I will see you then.